Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Designer Speak. I'm your host Christopher Scott, and today I'm joined by Nicolas Camacho and Santiago Gómez. Today we got a question from Diego Bacas from Chile. He asks, why do you believe that the graphic designers use design to talk about themselves and don't really mind about his or her social role? So Santiago, what is your opinion on, basically he's trying to say that designers are the egos.
Yeah, it's true. The designers have an ego, but the problem for me is when the designers they take care only for their ego. They take care. They talk about only for their work.
Right. They
For
talk
me-
about themselves.
Yeah, for me, the best thing is you don't need to talk about your work, and your work talk about.
Your work talks for yourself.
Yeah,
Like
that is for me. Some people say, "Yeah, you're a graphic designer and you have some awards," and I say to them, "I don't care about the awards. For me, the point is what I'm doing for the people."
Yeah.
So the ego, I can talk with I don't know Milton Glaser if I know him, or I can talk with you, or I can talk with the student of graphic design. At the same, I'm a person. I'm a human being.
Everyone's human.
So I don't have a big ego. I want to talk about design with everyone.
Yeah.
And that's for me.
But do you think that other designers have egos? Santiago?
All of designers have the ego.
They have like a part of them.
Yeah, all of designers have the ego because when you're doing something, or you have, in my case, as a poster designer, you have an exhibition. You go and talk with your friends. Oh, I get exhibition in, I don't know, in the Louvre in Paris. And the people is like, oh, that is awesome. But I don't do that for the people like, oh, Santiago Gómez is awesome. I do it because I'm talking with my friends. I get the exhibition there. So all of the designers have a,
Yeah, that's the thing. I think there's a fine line between confidence and having an ego. Because I believe as graphic designers, you need to have confidence. You need to have confidence in what you're doing as a person. It does not matter what field of work that you're in. You need to have confidence in what you're doing. So, like, that's the thing. Like, people think that Christopher Scott has this huge ego, and I have a big head. But that's like, if you ever meet me in person, I'm just like a normal person, and it's actually what happened whenever Christian Lasso came to Ecuador. And whenever I went to Ecuador for the first time and met Christian Lasso was expecting me to have a huge ego, to be a huge diva, and he was so surprised that what?
you are a diva, my friend.
He was surprised that I was just like talking to friends or just talking to a normal person.
And you, Nicholas, what do you think?
Yeah, to be honest, I think to be as a graphic designer is to be a social actor. It's when a person has to somehow become one with the cause, with the objective they are taking. And in that case, that person is feeling what the people concerned and related to the topic is sensing. He becomes one with the cause. So I cannot separate the image of a graphic designer, of a communicator, or a social actor from their cause. For example, think about Gandhi or many social actors. When their own names become the representation for this cause, when you think about Gandhi, you think about pacifism, correct? So I don't think they are promoting their self-image. The image becomes the cause, and
That's
in their
true.
image, people get united towards some ideas.
But that's the thing, like, especially exactly what you say, Nicholas, is I think the best graphic designers are like the masters, like Stefan Seidmeister and Milton Glaser, etc. And I actually had the pleasure to talk to Stefan Seidmeister for 30 minutes. And I was talking to him before he did his conference in Quito, and he was so like shy and a normal person, and you could talk to him about anything. But when he went onto stage, he was a completely different person. So maybe in actual fact that maybe designers are they're like maybe two people in a sense. And whenever they're doing a conference or doing a workshop or they're talking about their work and stuff like that, maybe they're like this other person. But then whenever you meet them in their normal life, they're just walking up the street and getting in the bus and stuff, they're just like everyone else. But do you believe that other designers have egos?
I believe that graphic designer is a professional person. In that quest, if they give, like they volunteer their work in order to promote the social cause and to help the people, he becomes one with the people. He does everything to understand the audience and everything.
But
They give away their work. Somehow they need to promote themselves because they are professionals. Somehow they have to live. Whether if they have to promote donations for their cause or for keep on working and helping more people and becoming a better professional. Sometimes you can work for a social cause, and sometimes you have another work as working for a brand or working for a certain government, stuff like that. You cannot give your life away. When you are a professional, you have to survive. So somehow they have to promote themselves.
But that's the thing, like whenever I upload any of my work to the internet or anything like that, I never put my name in the bottom.
But you have Christopher Scott say something.
No, but I mean like if I upload a poster,
Okay.
and it goes on the Google Images, sometimes it's shared and people don't really recognize who designed it, or I'm sure many people share Dead Leaf, but they don't know who designed the poster. That's obvious that happens in
But
Google.
it's very important.
But that's not important. Just to finish it, what I'm going to say is that that's not important for me that people know who designed it. Like I don't need for people to know that I designed Dead Leaf.
But you're thinking the people take care about whether you're saying with your poster with that leaf.
Yeah, but
That is the reason they share.
it's the message and the communication and what that poster has and the importance of that poster for South America and for the world. That's what's more important than actually me designing that in the first place.
Yeah, but as a poster designer, I think you need to promote your work, but no saying like, "Oh, I made this." And
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say is that I don't want people to say, "Oh, this is the work of Christopher Scott." It's like more about this is just a poster for you. This is a poster for you to help the world be a better place, or etc. etc. So like obviously like I have like a bit of an ego when it comes to like when I get on stage to do a conference, you have to have that ego in yourself. When you're doing a pitch to a client,
Not
again,
ego, that is confidence.
that's what I was trying to say earlier. Right? There's a fine line between ego and confidence. Like people could look at you when you're doing a conference and you think, geez, that guy thinks he's an ego, he's a big ego. But also another person could think, oh, that guy is really confident. It's like whenever you want to chat up a girl, I don't need to do that anymore, but like when you're talking to that girl, like it's that fine line. What does that girl think of you? Does that girl think you have a huge ego, or does that girl think that you have good confidence? So it's really fine that line.
Now, one of the most important parts about making a good work, I think, is when a person develops their own personal style. And the personal styles, even if you don't use your name, sometimes it manifests in the work.
But
So-
I don't mean not. I 100% agree with you, Nicholas. But not actually like the visual style. But I think that whenever people go online and they see some of your work, for example, Santiago or my work, or they sort of recognize that, oh, that's the work of Santiago Gómez, or that's the work of Christopher Scott, or whoever did it. But I'm like the word style. I hate that word.
No, but I agree with.
But yeah, but I understand what he's saying. But
If you're thinking Nomabar, what do you think?
oh, no more words, awesome.
What do you think in Nomabar?
Yeah, he's.
What does his name represent? Does he represent something about design or something like that?
No.
It is important for people to understand that whether you work for your own purposes, like for making a living, or sometimes you work for a social cause. In all of those cases, you're giving the best of yourself to understand the audience, comprehend the objectives of the brand, the strategy, and you're making that possible through your design and through your style, and that's giving away your name. That's showing who is the artist, who is the designer. And even if they use a fake name, when they make a good work, good job, people are gonna look it up. Who did it?
Yeah, they
And
find
that-
they'll research it. Yeah,
That is self-promoting.
yeah,
Okay, always when a person understands who he is, what is his influence on the world, he knows that whatever he does through his art is going to manifest their own personality. So I think if they understand the artist, if they understand the cause, the objective, they are self-promoting themselves, and therefore I think is a good place to understand that art is always about yourself understanding what is your goal as a social person and as a part of a bigger organization that could be called society or an idealistic purpose.
interesting. And then that's the thing, right? Uh, Designers. That's the thing. Maybe with designers is that because I don't think designers are like rock stars in the world in general. Like
No.
music is more important than film is more important. So you know the reason why I think maybe some designers have egos is because maybe they feel that they're not appreciated enough. Do you know whenever you feel that you're not appreciated, then you need to push your work more. You need to have a huge ego and then to get people to see you, to get to see people to see what you do. So maybe that's why ego and design is maybe comes part and part. Is that because people, designers are not maybe like respected, and then they have to like, oh look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at my work, look at my work, look what I do. It's not like if you're like a film star or a musician. Generally, they don't have huge egos because they have huge platforms. And, like Brad Pitt doesn't have a huge ego. I don't think so. But they have like a huge, like they are hugely respected in the world of arts. I don't think designers are respected in the world of arts.
Design is art.
But they're not respected. But they're not respected like musicians and filmmakers are.
For example, one thing is not the thing that they want to promote themselves, but I think art is like a signature of the soul. For example, a person sometimes they design or they create, they write, they think, they develop the philosophy because they have the need, the compulsion to do it. If they don't do it, somehow they will feel sick. Sometimes people design, people. There are some people that use design for healing.
Oh
Right?
yeah, of course.
Therefore, I think there are many
If I don't,
designers and artists
if I don't make a poster in like 1 month, I feel
that perform
I feel
their
distraught. I feel sick.
exactly, that perform their art in order to feel better with themselves. Therefore, I think is something selfish a little bit, but at the same time, it's related with the people and the audience and the cause they're using. Think
Sure.
about Van Gogh. Okay, if he didn't perform his art, probably he felt really bad, really sick. But through his art, he was able to express his individuality.
I think that's a good way to end the 9th episode of Designer Speak. The first thing I would like to say is thank you very much to Alejandro and Mario. They are our new production team. They are called Dave Rabbit, and their Facebook page, their website will be live very soon. Thank you also to Nicolas and Santiago for joining me today on this 9th episode of Designer Speak. Finally, thank you to Diego Vacas from Chile for sending us that awesome question. Please like our Facebook page, view our videos on YouTube, view our website, designerspeak.org, and we'll see you again soon. We are Designer Speak.